Hey, this is Alan from Pro Wrestling Archives. I'm here with Prince Nana. How are you doing today, Prince Nana?
I'm very irritated right now. All right. What's your name, Rick?
That's Alan. This is Rick. We're both here with you.
Alan. All right. I'm very irritated right now. All right, because you're interrupting my sushi lunch. All right, my friend. All right. I'm very, very upset right now. But it's good to be here with you. Where are you, in Allentown? You're in Allentown?
Yeah, we're in Philadelphia, PA, or in the suburbs of Philly.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, you're in the suburbs. Okay, well, it's good to be on the show. All right? What's going on, guys?
Oh, not much, man. It's an honor to be interviewing you, Prince Nana. And, I wanted to ask you something, man. I find that some of the coolest personalities in the world of pro wrestling also have interesting backstories and interesting upbringings. Where did you grow up, and how did you get into pro wrestling?
Well, it's a very, very intricate story, all right? It's very intricate. I could be sitting here for hours and hours and hours talking to you guys about the foundation of Prince Nana, all right? But number one, all right, I was an exchange student. All right, I was an exchange student, all right, brought from Ghana to come to the United States and go to high school in New York City, Brooklyn, New York, all right? Okay. When I was in Brooklyn, New York, all right, in high school, I wasn't the greatest student, all right? I'm going to be very honest with you, all right? I wasn't that great in the books, but I got great because I really wanted to be great. So I made sure that I was on track. I made sure I showed up, this and that. But one of my greatest things was being able to sell lunch tickets in the fucking lunchroom. All right, can I catch?
Wow. Yes, can I catch? You can do whatever you want to do.
All right, maybe you can blurt that out. But I used to sell lunch tickets, my friend. All right, straight up sell them. All right, get them off, and I learned how to hustle. All right, and I was growing up in the mean streets of Brooklyn, you know, covering up this character, covering up the fact that I was training at Gleason's gym in Brooklyn, New York, all right? Going through the beat downs by Devon Dudley, getting beat up and taught the ropes by Big Vito, you know, and one of my greatest trainers, you know, the Baldy Angel, okay? But my head trainer, of course, was Johnny Rodz, all right? The unpredictable Johnny Rodz. He's a WWE Hall of Famer. You know, when you start talking about mentors and mentorship and someone who really put me out there to work, you're talking about someone like Jim Kettner, all right? He brought me into ECWA, all right? He allowed me to groom myself, grow, all right? I was able to stay on the main streets of Brooklyn and identify and find out who I was as I was coming up in the wrestling business. It wasn't easy, all right? It wasn't easy being in the mean streets of Brooklyn, New York, and trying to transition into the wrestling world, but by the grace of God, it happened. Well.
Okay. Now,
Take the food out your mouth, guys. Come on. All right?
Okay.
You guys were drooling just now, all right?
Okay.
My goodness.
Okay, now I got
Don't one of you guys play like the piano or the guitar? Huh?
That would be Rick that plays the guitar.
Man, I need you to play a good song for my girlfriend, all right? She's turning about 30, all right, in the next few weeks, so I'm going to need you to play something for her soon on my YouTube, all right?
Sure, a little birthday song for her?
Yeah, maybe we can do a duet. You know, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
Yeah, Nana, I appreciate your musical skills, man. I heard you whistling on that track, man.
Oh, man, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That
was like some Marvin Gaye shit, man. That was crazy, man.
I love music. Music has been embedded in Prince Nana since I was a very young baby. My mother, all right? My mother said when I came out the womb, you know, and a few weeks later in the crib, all right, I was whistling, all right, in the morning time, just whistling as a baby, just whistling. And then from there, it just always was something, you know, but you have to remember, I think, you know, when I was in the womb, my father, all right, rest in peace, he used to play the alto saxophone, all right? And when he played the alto saxophone, I think he used to play it when I was in my mother's womb. He used to play it very loudly, maybe, and then I kind of picked it up from there. But we have some musical genes in our family, and I try to utilize that in music, and you know, try to write music and do sorts of things like that, like you saw.
Okay.
Yeah, wow. Cool.
I got another question for you now. What do you think of racial inequity in music, wrestling, and also why aren't you in ROH anymore?
You know, the racial inequality in the entertainment world is pretty harsh. You know, I have to tell you guys that. It's sad. You know, it's really, really sad. You know, when I first got into the wrestling business, racial equality and all this stuff really wasn't the top thing on my mind because maybe I was a kid. You understand what I'm saying, guys? And I got in at the age of 16. So I really didn't think about that, especially for the wrestling business, this colorful thing that everybody was involved with. You know, I saw black people in it. I saw white people in it. I didn't really think anything. And, you know, just coming up in the business, there's just many times and incidences where, you know, people have shown their true colors, whether it's been fans, you know, writing stupid things on social media, or wrestlers who just don't, you know, try to step up their game by really telling people, you know, or really just supporting one another. You know what I mean? The only time people get supported is when they go to the big time companies. Come on. You understand what I'm saying? There's a whole list of guys, maybe 500 names, okay, that I can say on this broadcast right now, and I can go up and down the list of these names of great, great competitors, great, great performers, great, great referees, great, great promoters, all right? And they never worked for any of those big companies, all right? And if they continue to work hard in their community, they can do something bigger if they just take out the negativity. And I think the biggest problem in the entertainment business is negativity, because even for white performers, there's negativity going on, you know, within the businesses where they can't go up the ladder for whatever reason, all right? It's not only a black and a white thing, but it's a whole race thing. Let's just put this whole race thing behind us. Okay, I'm black, you're white. I love being black. You love being white. You love being Chinese. We all love being who we are, all right? If you are transgender, love being that. If you are straight, that's it. Love being. Do you understand where I'm going with this now? Let's just put this all behind us and move forward and just entertain each other and have a great life. I don't understand what the problem is, you know, but as far as, what was the other question, Ring of Honor?
Yes.
I mean, I love the company, and I wish everything but the best to every single body on the roster who's worked hard to get there. That's the main thing that I can say, because I am Ring of Honor. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nobody can tell me that I'm not. All right? Nobody. And nobody can take that away from me. All right? Yeah. So, you know, when I see new performers coming up the ladder, all right, and I see performers who work hard to earn a contract, it doesn't make me mad. It makes me happy, you know? Mm-hmm. When I was in Ring of Honor, would it have been nicer to get these multi-billion-dollar deals that everybody is getting? Absolutely. But, you know, I can't sit down and think about everybody. I can only think about myself. So as far as right now, you know, I'm not working with them directly, but we still have a good relationship. So there's no, like, bent bridges as far as I'm concerned, all right? And you never know when I might pop up, you know, somewhere, you know. But right now I'm just working on my brand, you know, putting it out there. There's a lot of free time now on everybody's hands, so you might as well get involved with yourself and bringing yourself out to the open or doing something that you enjoy or learning something and so on and so forth. Like, you guys during the quarantine, you've learned how to scrub feet, okay, and learned how to like pick people's teeth, all right? So I'm thinking about hiring you guys maybe in the next few months, all right?
Okay.
I'm not saying now, but maybe in the next few months I might hire you guys.
Okay, that's great.
Thank you, Prince Nana.
Yeah, that'll be an honor.
So question, Nana, how did you get with Ring of Honor to begin with? How did that all happen?
It wasn't like a get with thing, it was just like a, hey, we're starting something thing. You understand what I'm saying? So it wasn't like, oh, wow, I like to get with that company. Like, so I wasn't in the shoes that a lot of these wrestlers that come into ROH are in, which is like, oh, I want to go to that company. I want to go to Impact. I want to go to WWE. You understand what I'm saying? So, as a performer back in the 2000s, okay, where it was a very big time in independent wrestling in the New York City area, big time, my friend. All right, it was a big time. Say big 3 times for me.
Big.
Okay, there you go. That's how big it was in New York City, all right? So the indie was a very big thing, and Prince Nana was performing for many companies in New York, and there was one particular company, it's still around right now, they call it Impact Championship Wrestling, ICW, in New York City, and basically, I'm one of the 4 founders of that company when it comes to character, when it comes to, crowd participation, all right, and when it comes to aggravating or making a situation out of something, all right? This was one of the first companies where Prince Nana would walk through a curtain and the crowd really accepted me for who I was and what I did in the previous shows. So every show that I came to New York City, I did my best, and there was a guy there that was working at the time. I knew people, but I didn't know people because I was just doing my thing. Trying to just get my name out there. I had already been in the wrestling business for maybe 7 years at that point, in the 2000s, so I'm like already kind of like, hey, this is what I do, every day going down to train, I work, go to train, go train, come home, train, this train, like there was no in-between stopping time when it comes to going down to the gym and training from the age of 16 all the way to my mid-20s or 30s, just training. And still to today, getting into the ring and training. But, I bumped into a guy there who came to me directly, and he went by the name of Gabe Zapolsky. Yep, okay, I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Yeah, I used to buy ECW tickets off of him back in '97.
Right. So you know what he used to do. Yeah. And this is a Paul Heyman guy, quote unquote. So, he came to me. He came to me and he said, oh man, hey Nana, my name is Gabe. I just want to let you know how big of a fan I am of yours. Right?
Wow.
I'm saying it word for word. Okay, I want to let you know how big of a fan I am of you and what it is that you're doing right now. And I want to let you know, we're starting a new company, me and the guy that I work with, Rob Feinstein.
Okay.
Right? So, at that time, it was, oh, okay, well, here, take my number, man. I'd love to be down. Who's going to be on the roster? And he was telling me, I said, man, I'd love to be a part of it. Just give me a call. But, I didn't think anything of it, Nobody really else in the back was talking about it or nothing like that. I wasn't in. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there were guys there were guys that I'm pretty sure that were like, wow, this guy spoke to me about this, and they knew what was really about to happen, but I didn't really know what was about to happen when the first show happened for Ring of Honor, which is a great thing because Ring of Honor has been around now for almost 20 years, and it's one of the top promotions in the United States. So, from there, I joined the company, and I was on the first show and it's history from there, my friends.
Okay.
Nice.
Now,
Did you guys brush your teeth this morning?
yes, I brushed my teeth this morning.
I hope so, all right? Because the way that you're talking is like you don't have nothing in your mouth, all right?
Okay.
My God.
Now, I got another one for you. Now, like, you were in Ring of Honor. Now, like, what's your relationship with Cheeseburger from ROH? Because I know, like, I've got the experience to meet him and work with him a few times. I was going to see if you had any experience with Cheeseburger.
Oh, Cheeseburger is a really, really good guy. I mean, he's doing everything that he needs to do to make it in the wrestling business. Look, this is a guy that performed at the the Tokyo Dome, all right, in front of thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and then he performed live on pay-per-view, with Bully Ray, all right. So Cheeseburger right now is an intricate part of the juice that's going on at Ring of Honor. He's a great guy. I know him from when he's young in the business. Before he even got into the business, I know Cheeseburger. And he's always humble with me, and I think the thing with Cheeseburger is that he is open to learning from everyone in the business, and that's a good thing, okay? And he knows that my phone line is always open for him to give me a call regarding anything.
Okay.
Cool. Why? What's your relationship with Cheeseburger? You tried to what? What happened? You tried to eat him?
I know, like, we met him one time at Classic Championship Wrestling, and I also did another interview with him as well, and that's how I met him at CCW. I also, at CCW, that's Rob Noxious's promotion, we met another guy, Delirious, from Ring of Honor, and I got to interview him as well. Did you ever get to work with Delirious at all?
Oh, yeah, Delirious is a good friend of mine, all right? When it comes to wrestling, I try to keep him away from me when he's running around the ring and the bell goes off. I don't want him to attack me. All right? I don't want him to attack me. But very good guy, all right? A Ring of Honor guy. And, the company probably wouldn't be where it is right now without that guy.
Yeah, no, he's a really good guy. I remember, like, the night that I met him, like, he wrestled another indie wrestler that's coming up, Chris Banks, and they had an epic match. What did you think about that, Rick?
Good workers, man.
Chris Banks?
Yeah, Mr. No Limits, or actually now he goes by the Cool Cat Chris Banks. He wrestled Delirious that night when we met him over at CCW.
Are you talking about Chris Bay? That's in Impact?
No, Chris Banks.
Oh, Banks. Okay, I have to look him up.
Yeah.
All right, I have to look him up. All right, I thought you were talking about Chris Bay. All right, that just signed with Impact. Congratulations to you.
No, I got a question for you, man. I've never been to Africa. I've always been fascinated by African music and African arts and acting and all that kind of stuff. What is Ghana like? That's where you're from, right, Ghana?
Yes, from Ghana, West Africa, my friend. And Kofi is from there too. All right, Kofi is from there too. Kofi Kingston, all right, former WWE World Champion. All right.
Gotcha.
Ghana is a beautiful place, my friend. All right, there's, when people talk about Africa, all right, they automatically think that people are swinging on lines, all right, that everybody is starving and there's just like animals walking all over the place. Africa is a beautiful, beautiful place, and if there's any place that anyone should go in their lifetime, it should be there, whether it's the West Coast, the South, the east part of Africa, and yes, there's poverty. Yes, there's poverty going on, but there's also poverty in America too. And in places that I have driven by in America, like Baltimore. All right, when you're talking in Brooklyn, New York, in the East New York, Brownsville area. All right, and these people need help too. So when you go to these places, you don't just go there to take a picture to say that you were there. Go there and help somebody. Help somebody get out of their situation. Give somebody some positive vibes, this and that. And I think if you take that piece of advice from me: when you go on a trip to somewhere like Africa or the Middle East or something like that, you'll appreciate it more and you won't be afraid. Okay, when you know that you're going out there to help somebody, all right, it gives you more of a reason to go, all right? People say, oh, what am I going out there for, this and that? Yeah, it's you can go out there for the views and this and that, but you might get bored of that. Maybe if you go and help somebody or help a situation going on out there, even if it's a single person or family, that right there will make your trip to any third world country worthwhile. Wow.
Okay.
Very cool.
Now, like, have you ever been to Malawi in South Africa or Liberia?
No. I stick to Ghana
Okay.
right now. All right. Don't put me in a trap now. Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. I stick to Ghana. Don't ask me about Malawi now. You're getting crazy with it. All right.
Okay.
Have you been to Milwaukee? Huh? Have you been to Milwaukee?
No, I haven't been there. No.
No, you haven't. All right. So why are you asking me if I went to Maui? All right. Next question.
Okay.
All right.
Is you guys crazy or something? Who booked this podcast? Not you guys. I was talking to my assistant.
Anyway, Nana.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Nana. So, who are some of your favorite managers?
It's Prince Nana. All right. When you talking to me, all right, you say Prince Nana. Don't say hey Nana. All right. It's Prince Nana.
Prince Nana, man. Much respect, much love, man. What were some of your favorite managers, man? Like some of your people that have influenced you?
Favorite managers in the history of the management business. You got to talk about, obviously, one of the greatest that I knew coming up, Bobby the Brain Unit, Reverend Slick. All right, Reverend Slick.
Oh,
All right.
Slick.
You got to be talking about Paul Heyman. You got to be talking about Mr. Fuji. All right.
Ooh.
You got to be talking about, Teddy Long.
Yep.
Wow.
You got to be talking about Julius Smokes. You got to be talking about these are the people, all right? You got to be talking about who's the guy that says you person that geeks. Who's that? Fred Blassie.
Yeah, Freddie Blassie, classy Freddie Blassie. Yeah.
Right? Okay, there's so many that have enhanced talent over the years and made people very big superstars. And those are some of the people that I respect in this business that I've watched and that have helped groom Prince Nana to be able to
talk. Prince Nana, I'm a huge fan of Slick myself, man, and I thought it was very interesting how he brought in the Marcus Garvey stuff into wrestling, because you hear that in music a lot with reggae music, but then you don't see that in wrestling very often, and no, do that at the late 80s.
You don't. And the late 80s was a time where, if you didn't have hip-hop music going on, it was like or soul music going on, and what you had, on television, you were doing something wrong. So, Vince McMahon, who, a lot of people fault him for a lot of things, but you got to understand, he's a businessman, an entertainment writer, all right, producer, and he always was able to kind of infuse a little bit of soul, all right, into what it is that he was doing. Because you got to remember, he always was able to have the black dollar, all right, coming in, as concerned when it comes to the WWE market. And that comes from, throwing some interest in their, from their backgrounds, all right. You have, back then Reverend Slick was the Reverend, with a little bit of comedy in it, but Vince McMahon and the wrestling business and the managers in the business, they were there to enhance. And someone like Slick did an awesome job of it, with his portrayal of what he did as a manager.
You like any of his pops and stuff? Rufus R. Jones?
Oh yeah. I was watching some of that the other day on YouTube. Very, very good stuff. It's like, people like him should be is he in the WWE Hall of Fame yet?
I don't think he is.
He should be. Absolutely. I have a quick question for you guys. Did the WWE, when they did the WrestleMania with the closed circuit, they didn't do a Hall of Fame this year, right?
No, they didn't. That's because, like, the whole COVID-19 lockdowns and all too, so they kind of put that on hold.
Okay, so they didn't even announce it or do something like, on YouTube. Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah, because actually I remember too, like British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith was going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame this year too. And
yeah, that was the last thing that I heard. Yeah.
His daughter
One of my
Georgia.
favorites.
Yeah, his daughter Georgia was going to induct him into the Hall of Fame, which me and Rick got to meet Georgia like a couple of years ago with MLW, and like I remember she was saying about how like she was supposed to come out and induct Davey Boy into the Hall of Fame.
That would have been awesome, and he definitely deserves it. One of the pioneers in the business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Prince Nana, what do you think about like the whole thing with the empty arena matches with WWE and all what they've been doing since with the COVID-19? They're not allowed to have actual live audiences, and they've been mainly just recording out of the Performance Center.
It's something that's unfortunate going on in the world, which is this COVID-19 thing, but the WWE had to figure out a way to continue to produce and perform, I know that the health concern is a number one thing, and WWE, I think they made this clear to the performers that they had the right to, just stay home if they didn't feel comfortable coming out. I believe there's some other kind of, measurements taken, so then this way their well-being is fine. But, there are guys and girls who are able to work if they are able and willing and fine and cleared to work, then they should be able to, because this is a sports entertainment company, geared towards entertainment. There's a lot of production companies that are still in production in the Hollywood business, with closed circuits, of only the people that matter there. And that's what the WWE is doing to the best that they can, keeping it as closed as possible. Only WWE personnel that need to be there. Anyone else that doesn't want to be there, doesn't have to be there. And anyone that is able to be there and wants to work and continue to work as long as they're fine and they know they're fine and they can pass a wellness check, then they should be there, because people have to provide for their families. Now, the people that they release from WWE, now that's a different story.
Okay, now like AEW's been doing the same thing with the so that they could produce a show every week. Like, what do you think about AEW?
I love it. AEW is what we call a new beginning. Okay, and right now to see so many of my good friends on TV, and to also see a lot of my, people that looked up to me, I guess, on TV that I've mentored over the years, it really means a big deal to me. It really means a big deal to me. I give nothing but blessings to that whole team over at AEW on TNT.
Yeah, I gotta say, I've been a pretty big fan of AEW so far, and it's weird because I could see where somebody like Jim Cornette comes from with how there's certain aspects of it that aren't good, but I find that I look forward to watching it every week.
Because, it's wrestling. Wrestling isn't supposed to be perfect. All right? It's we all are grown-ups here. Okay? And I don't want to say it any further than that. Okay? Yeah. We're all grown-ups here. Okay? Yep. But this is all of our, and that includes the fans, includes the wrestlers. This is all of our release from the everyday life. You understand what I'm saying? Being in the wrestling business, watching the wrestling business, whatever it is. A lot of people would work in the wrestling business for free. They would work at AEW for free. A lot of people would work at WWE for free. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's a lifestyle. Yeah. Exactly. It's like a lifestyle. I mean, of course you need to feed your family. You can't be a fool. you know, but you have to just understand that, you know, what Jim Cornette says is what Jim Cornette thinks. And that's it. That's it.
Yep.
You know, some other people might say, oh, I agree with him. Some people say I don't. And that argument will go on forever and ever. It's just like, oh, where did the coronavirus come from? The Wuhan meat market or the lab? Like, people are going to be saying it both for the forever and ever in life. So, you know, you might as well just go with, you know, what you feel, all right, as an individual works for you. If you don't like it, cut it off. If you like it, keep watching it. Share it. You know, go to try and work there.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting stuff. I just started discovering NWA Power on YouTube, and I found that was a pretty interesting take on 2019, 2020 wrestling, because I felt like there was a freshness about all that. Have you seen any of that stuff, Prince Nana?
I love it. I know the executive producer very well. I think that, again, that's another new avenue for wrestlers to get their names out there to a level that needs to be seen, which is on the NWA level. NWA is known for all of the great things that it's done throughout the years and the great performers that have been produced from that company. So why not, you know, now, you know, everyone know about it and their show on YouTube, that they can, you know, go and watch it and enjoy it, you know, and really, really kind of, you know, get another taste of what the wrestling business is all about. Because it's not just the bright lights in the big city. Sometimes it's just the smaller, you know, I think NWA, they should, you know, start doing shows or something, because they already had a smaller situation going on. So I think they should get back to working as soon as possible, as long as performers want to work and everyone gets passed with a wellness check and so on and so forth, and everything is, you know, done correctly. All right. If there's a city that doesn't want things to open, then they can't open. But if there's a city where, you know, they can do the event and they can do it safely, then why not?
Okay. Now, I saw on Facebook that you posted a GoFundMe page that you're trying to raise money. Now, could you talk a little bit more about that and like what your hopes are for that whole thing that you're doing?
Thank you for bringing it up. You know, I'm not a beggar. I'm not a beggar because Prince Nana is number one. I'm very well off. Okay, when I say well off, I'm able to get food. I'm not, you know, like starving or anything like that. I make sure that I have health insurance, and then I also always had other things, thank God, going on in my financial pipeline. Okay, you know, but one thing I always wanted to do was use the resources that I made in the wrestling business to put back into things that I can put out there for the wrestling business. Because for many years I've used my capital for the wrestling business to perform and entertain for the fans and so on and so forth. So I've really put in a lot of money in my career for the pro wrestling business. So I just really want to, you know, put something out there so this way the fans, you know, who appreciate Prince Nana can give back by, you know, donating funds towards the book that I'm writing. It's an autobiography in regard to myself and the embassy. All right? It's called The Embassy Forever, a pro wrestling memoir. Okay? And basically, the book is just going to go over my life from the beginning till now in the wrestling business, the ups, the downs, the people, the good, the bad, the ones that came to my home in Brooklyn, the ones that didn't come, the ones that called me for help, the ones that didn't. Everything is going to be in there. You know, from the people I trained with to the people that like me to everything. I'm going to just keep it very candid and keep it very honest in the book. And I'm hoping that, you know, fans can go to the GoFundMe and support it. And if they don't want to support that, they can go to my Patreon page, all right? It's all on my Twitter and everything, at Prince King Nana, all right? At Prince King Nana on Twitter, and they can find all of that information on Patreon, on GoFundMe, and they can support the book and the pro wrestling company that I'm hoping to start in 2021 if you guys, are with it and support and help me make it happen.
Okay, and I'm also going to, for anybody watching or viewing this, I'm also going to put that information in the description of this video too, so you guys can just go down to the description and just look it up as well.
You better put it there. I'm going to come and find you, all right? Yep. I'm going to come and find you, and I'm going to make you eat peanut butter soup with turkey neck, all right? It's delicious, all right? Look it up online. Don't you think I'm feeding you something? Just ask me what it would be like to go to Africa, and then I'm telling you a dish, one of the greatest dishes we have, and then you're laughing at me. Huh?
Yeah.
Nada. It's nada, man.
Unbelievable.
Actually,
I'm going to give you that peanut butter soup with turkey neck.
I did eat Ethiopian food before, which was pretty good.
Here you go again. You trying to be funny? All right. I've eaten hot dogs also myself, my friend. All right. Yeah, and it was pretty good too. All right. Are you kidding me? All right. I only eat Ghanaian food. All right. Don't go crazy now. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, hot dogs all your life. Don't be trying to think that I eat other people's food, all right?
I got you.
Yeah, Alan, you got to understand the difference between west, east, north, south, all that kind of stuff, man.
I got you.
That's good for you, all right? That's good for you. I'm eating Thai food right now, right? Do you think I want a cupcake for that? My goodness.
Okay.
Bulu.
Prince Nana, man, I really appreciate you, man. I really respect you.
Don't piss me off on this thing here, all right? I like you guys, all right? Don't piss me off.
Yeah, we won't piss you off, man.
Prince Nana, we need people like you in the wrestling world, man. This is what we need, you know what I mean? I don't know what else to say.
Hey, listen, this is why I've been in it for almost 26 years, and all I ever wanted to do was work for Vince McMahon, especially before anything crazy. You know what I mean? Because I think and I know that he would appreciate me. I know that the people working there would appreciate me. But hey, if I don't go there, I have to do other things to make it happen. That's why I'm on this podcast. That's why I'm here right now, pushing everything. And I'm trying to be as honest and as helpful with anybody who wants to get the help, because you got to remember, I've made stars in this business, and if I've been able to do that, I can do anything, all right? And you can do anything too if you believe in yourselves.
Yep.
I appreciate that, Chris.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro.
Absolutely, all right? So now, can I go back to watching my show, all right, the 50 Cent show, before life, after life, all right, whatever it's called? All right, and I want to remind everybody, go to YouTube right now and subscribe to my page, all right? Subscribe to my page, The Prince Nana Show, all right? The Prince Nana Show on YouTube. Get it, all right? Go on Twitter at Prince King Nana, Instagram at Prince King Nana, all right? Send me a message, follow me, tell me you heard the show, and don't be fools, all right? Don't do it.
And that'll all be in the description of the video, too.
Are you talking to me or are you talking to them? Like, I don't know who you're talking to at this point.
I'm talking to the viewers.
Are you okay? Are you okay, my friend?
Yeah, I'm just talking to the viewers to let them know that it'll all be in the description.
All right. I think they heard that, or they heard that already. All right, they heard that, my friend.
Yep.
I think you guys need to arm wrestle or something, man. Get this.
Set it up. Set it up. I'll break his arm.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
All right. That chicken arm, all right, it's like a chicken wing. All the Chinese stores that close, it's like a chicken wing from there. All right?
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have a good one. I'm going to go ahead and finish my food, all right, and make sure that you all follow me on my social media. All right? You guys have been good to me, all right?
Awesome.
Take care, Prince Nana. We really appreciate you, man.
It was an honor to have you on the show,
all right,
man.
and I haven't forget you guys for that nail clipping foot job, all right? I have that waiting for you guys in the next 2 months. I'm going to let you know.
All right.
Thank you very much, Prince
Thank you
Nana.
very much. It was an honor to have you on the show.